K-pop, I'm your daddy. Just like that.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Diego, and today I'm back with a brand new video. I actually just filmed another video, but I decided to change and switch things up so that you guys could get just a little bit of differentiation in terms of video. But today I wanted to make a video talking about why I ran away. And I know this is kind of like a weird sort of title, kind of like vague or whatever, but if anyone was ever wondering why I ran away from you, from anything, or even anybody out there dealing with somebody who's lost somebody, if you've ever lost anybody, if you've ever gone through a breakup, if you've ever yourself ran away from any bad situation, I'm here to tell you guys about why I ran away, why I left a bad situation, in why I, made the decision time and time again to put myself first and foremost, and kind of what comes behind loss or maybe not having somebody around. If anybody out there is dealing with loss of somebody or whatnot, trust me when I tell you, just because somebody leaves you does not mean that they don't love you, does not mean that they don't care about you. It just means that they don't see you in their life. It means that maybe you're not even meant to be. You guys, I went through a breakup last month, I believe. And now I've really come to the terms. I mean, I handled the breakup really, really well. Because I am so focused on myself and in my work and in myself and in life, and so many great things have happened since that breakup that I can't even think about, the breakup in a negative light. But I still wonder, why did that person come into my life? I guess what I've come to now is to teach me what I don't want in my life. But also, thinking about it, they weren't necessarily a bad person, but the relationship started to deteriorate, and it started to be negative when we would be around each other. And to me, that person is no longer in my life, but to me, when a relationship is constantly, if you are together and you're constantly having a fight or they're not treating you well, that happens. Maybe they don't even know that they're treating you but they are, and they might not even know it. I really do believe that subconsciously people will sabotage relationships that they don't feel worthy of. And in my head, I'm does this person hate me? Why are they treating me badly? Do they hate me or what? But you know what? I really am just thank God that they did. Thank God that person treated me like shit. Thank God that person or that job or that opportunity that I thought was for me, thank God that person, treated me badly. Thank God it ended up being a bad experience. Because guess what? That is resistance, you guys. That is not ease. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly fighting, where everything you do might piss somebody off, that is a clear signal that you need to get away from this person. Find happiness on your own. Find relationships that actually align with you, and not be around somebody who you're not meant to be with. Can I tell you guys a really, really sad story about this friend of mine? We kind of lost touch over the years, but we were friends, and we kind of lost touch for about 4 years, actually. Funny enough, it had been 4 years since we had spoken last. And I remember they were in a relationship that they should not have been in. They were in a very toxic relationship with somebody, and these two were just inseparable. They were just they loved the fight, I guess. They loved fighting and they loved the drama, and I guess it was this very toxic sort of situation, but they were, I guess, addicted to it. They could not leave each other. They did not see a life outside of each other. And you guys want to know something really, really sad that happened to this person, the older friend of mine that I kind of lost touch with? One day they were driving early in the morning to go see that person, to go see their partner, who they had really had no business being with at all. And that morning they got into a very, very horrible car accident that was not even their fault. It was not their fault. Somebody literally ran right into their car and killed them. They literally died that day on their way to see this person who they had no business seeing, and they had no interest. Like, they should not have been doing that. It was not in their best interest whatsoever, and everyone had been telling this person to break up with them. You know, this life shit, this life stuff, it is not a game. Being in the wrong place, being with the wrong person is lethal, you guys. It's like, I've seen so many people compare people to poison, or compare things to poison. Yes, there is a lot of poison out there. Yes, Eve did bite the apple that killed her. And yes, there is temptation. Yes, temptation feels so good. Doing the wrong thing feels amazing, you guys. It feels so good. Which is why it's so important that if you do not want to lose your life, don't lose yourself, and don't lose touch of your morals and doing the right thing, and making sure that you are doing the right thing in your life to fulfill your destiny. Because once you're in so deep, once those drugs tasted so good that you're lost all of your friends, that you're on the street on drugs, once you get to that point, what's next? Once you're years deep in a toxic relationship, once you're years deep in addiction, once you're so deep into things you have no business being in at all, what's left? What is left after that? I genuinely, the only thing left after that is death, in my opinion. What about when you get high? What about when you get so high? What comes after being so high? Death. You know, that's what happened with Whitney Houston, if you guys know her story. She got so high that she laid in a bathtub and died. She literally got so high. Michael Jackson, another one that came to my mind. Michael Jackson took so much sleep medication because he could not stop working. He was constantly working and could not sleep because he just literally could not shut his brain off. He had to be put down to go to sleep. And it's like, even so much of a good thing can have such a negative effect. Going so deep and doing things. And by the way, Michael Jackson was going and getting started on that whole This Is Us tour. What was that tour called? That final tour that he was supposed to do for a while and ended up killing him because he had no business in doing so much. Anyways, I don't know if that's that good of an example, but you guys, what I mean to say is, running away, walking away from a bad situation is you literally just having survival instinct. It's you running away so that you can keep on living your life and live a good life. That is all it is. You running away from somebody trying to kill you, even if that person looks beautiful, even if that person is not directly telling you they are trying to kill you, the signs will be clear. The signs will be clear, and you will feel that you do not belong somewhere. You do not belong somewhere, and that feeling, that's up to you if you listen to that or not, if you choose to listen to your intuition or not, because things will make themselves very clear to you that they don't belong in your life. But do you have the willpower? Do you have the strength to continue on in life and let bad things go? Are you ready to run away from bad situations? Are you ready to run away from bad things and run towards good, positive things? Because genuinely, once you start running towards good, positive things, the bad things will look so unattractive to you and so ridiculous, and you'll be like, what was I thinking? Like, let's just classify that sort of time in my life as my self-harm era, because what was that? What relationship was that I was in where I was fighting with somebody constantly, almost every day? There was kind of like this horrible misalignment that I had with somebody. Or even when I think of like a job, all that is a very clear indicator that you need to get out. You need to get out now, like ASAP. You need to like run as far away from that person. You need to Usain Bolt. What was her name? That girl that just won the gold for the USA. Sha'Carri. You need to Sha'Carri out of there. Like, you really need to run like it's nobody's business towards positivity and towards a better life. Because otherwise I really do believe, like, once you're so deep into these horrible things, once you're so deep into like addiction, into like really bad things, what's next? A grave? Like, I really do think like that is what's next. Like, if anybody is a drinker or a smoker or whatever you are, like, if you get so drunk, what is next? You get so drunk, and then until what? You die? Like, what are you trying to see heaven? Are you trying to, I mean, that's up for debate, if what heaven is and whether you'll be there or not, but you know, that is all up to interpretation. But I really do that. I always think of that Whitney Houston example, because yeah, if anyone's ever been so high that they're so relaxed and so deep into their high that the only thing that could push them more into the high is like death. Like, what is the goal here? What is the goal when you are sedating yourself, when you are drugging yourself, when you are deep into really, really bad things, like a bad relationship? What's next? The death of all of your other relationships? The death of you? You know, you've already pushed away all your friends for this person. You've already pushed away opportunities, good things. You've already done all of that. You've already isolated yourself from the world. You've already isolated yourself from good things. What's next? Your death. That is what's next. You know, this life is a gift and a miracle, but there's definitely demons out there that want to take it away from you. You know, there's people that are jealous of you. There's people that want your energy. There's people that need you, you know. But do you need you? What about you? What about all of the things that you want in the world? What about living a good life? What about loving life? What about having love in your life? What about allowing love into your life? I really, really hope you guys take into consideration everything that I'm saying, because this is genuinely from the heart, like things that I've actually lived and thought very deeply about. And I kind of did touch on some like darker topics, which I know might be intense for some people, because they are intense topics, but this is reality. Like, this is real life. This is actual, like, these are actual things that are happening out into the world. This is not something to take lightly, because life is a very fragile and beautiful thing that must be, you know, cared for and taken care of. But yeah, I hope you guys really take into consideration everything that I've said, and definitely let me know what you think of this video. You guys, I'm not always this serious, but I guess this one was a bit more serious. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my links below. Thanks again. Bye.